is Kara Santucci, and today we're going to talk about fitness and leadership. So why are we talking about fitness and leadership today? Well, did you know that 12.7 million children are obese in the United States? That's a really big number. And in order to be able to conquer this issue, we need to first get educated. So first we're going to talk about fitness. And within fitness, we're going to address nutrition, flexibility, and posture. In order to accomplish all those things, we'll be also demonstrating it in skits. Also, we're going to then talk about leadership and how that makes an impact. You may be asking yourself, why are we talking about fitness and leadership, and why are they in the same video? We'll address that later in the video, but right now, let's go. Nutrition is extremely important. Why is that? You are what you eat. So, if you are eating foods such as pizza and hamburgers and macaroni and cheese, chips and soda all the time, you end up becoming that. It's a little scary thought if you think about it. I mean, what if you wake up one day and all of a sudden you're a pizza? No one wants that. However, when you eat foods such as apples, broccoli, chicken, vegetables on all ends, you become that. Now, I'm not saying that one day you're going to wake up and look like a vegetable, but I am going to say that you're going to feel healthy enough to be able to accomplish so much more throughout your day. So you might become a superhero. Anyways, with nutrition, you really do need to make sure that you are paying attention to what you are eating. This is extremely important. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you exactly what happens to your body when you are having healthy foods and unhealthy foods. This first skit that I'm about to show you is one of my friends, and she's going to show you exactly what happens when you're eating foods such as apples, broccoli, chicken, tuna, and milk. Now, having all these foods in her, she is having way more energy and she is able to accomplish way more. Let's take a look. Now, as you can see, she was happy, she was able to accomplish more, she was saying hi to her friends, and she just seemed like she was in an all better mood. Now, let's now take a look at what happens when she eats foods such as hamburgers, mac and cheese, nachos, soda, and let's see what kind of effects that has on her body. Now, you may have noticed that time that she seemed a lot less confident. She was walking around with her head down. She didn't look well. And if you did notice, what was the biggest thing? She gained weight. That was not a good look for her. And not only that, but she didn't look happy. That's what happens to our bodies when we eat foods like that. We don't end up becoming as confident and as happy as we can be because our body doesn't like having those things in our body. We may like the taste of them, but when it comes on the health aspect, we don't like them. So, on the long term, that was her in 10 years from now, or maybe even a couple months from now. That seems crazy to think about how that much can make a difference in just a short amount of time. But this is why we want to get the message out to you guys early, because you guys can make a change and make sure that you don't end up like that. Let's move along to flexibility. Now that we've covered nutrition, now we're going to talk about the physical aspect of fitness. One of the biggest things that's going on right now is technology and cell phones. Now, how many of you guys have cell phones? I'm sure a lot of you have raised your hand. Well, we can't change the fact that we're relying more on technology, but we can change the fact of how we use it and how much our bodies are using it as well. You may ask yourself, well, how is our bodies using it when we're just typing with our fingers? Well, you may not notice, but sometimes when you're in a certain position when you're on your phone, you're hunched over a little bit and you don't really have great posture. Now, having good posture and making sure that you stay active are, again, extremely important. Those things are what helps makes our blood flow go through our bodies, so we won't develop these things called blood clots. Things that happen is that when you're sitting down all the time, sometimes our blood gets a little clumpy, and that sometimes can lead to way more serious issues in the future. Now, I'm not going to say that if you take a nap, you're going to wake up and you're not going to feel well at all. You might have a blood clot. But I am saying that if you're sitting down all the time, for years or for weeks at a time, there are going to be negative effects to your body. And sometimes it doesn't have to be always consecutive. So, staying active is extremely important. I'm going to show you first my friend demonstrating a skit, again, where she is not physically active, and we'll see what the effects have on her body. Let's see if some of them look like you. Now, how did that look? Did it look like anybody in there? I have to admit, it looked like me a little bit. Sometimes we get so consumed with our phones and we're just on them, and you have a really good game that you're playing, or your best friend's texting you. But again, you gotta stay active. You don't know what's going on, you're just sitting there on your phone, and one of you may have not noticed, but if you did, her back was a little bit more hunched over. What happens? Well, I'm going to show you again what happens in the future if you continue doing the same exact thing that she was doing on her phone. Wow, that was a big change. Did you notice that she developed a hunchback? Whew, she wasn't able to really walk. Her neck was hurting. Sometimes we may not notice always on the fact of the pain, but it does notice it when you're looking. That is not only not flattering, but it's extremely uncomfortable. We don't want to look like that. We don't want to feel like that. So, again, those are the long-term effects if you continue being on your phone like that. Now, I'm not saying, again, you can't have a good game here and there and text your friends. All I'm saying is that balance is key. So making sure that you are getting enough physical activity as well as maintaining a good relationship with your friends on your phone and playing games, getting your homework done, all incorporate in time management and making sure that you have a balanced lifestyle. Let's move along. Now, the last aspect of fitness in general is flexibility and stretching. Stretching helps make sure that you are all nice and loose for your workout. Not only do you get better results, but you also make sure that you don't get an injury. You may be asking yourself, how do I get an injury from not stretching? Well, with our muscles being tight, especially if you're sitting down a lot, when you sit there and do something really physical, you may pull something or your muscles just aren't prepared for it. So we gotta get our muscles prepared. And the only way to do that is making sure you have a proper warm-up and proper stretching. Now again, I'll show you exactly what happens when you do not stretch. And I gotta tell you, it is shocking. Let's go. injury. That's terrible. She couldn't walk, and now she can't jump rope anymore. So is it really worth it on stretching? You saw that she went over, she was about to stretch, but she looked at the time and saw she didn't have a lot of time. So then she went and did her workout anyway. And in the end, she got an injury. So, let's see exactly what happens when you take the time to stretch and see how well she does. Did you see that? Not only could she jump rope longer than she did before, but she was completely fine after, she was happy, and she was able to go about her day. That is so important. To be able to do that and to take that time in the beginning of your workout to stretch, you see that it has a long-lasting effect. Now, fitness is so important, and we just established that. So now that you're fit, let's get ready to lead. Leadership is many different factors. Leadership includes determination, being able to help others, being able to be confident, and also being able to be a leader of yourself, which is taking control of your life and help making an impact on others. So, there's two different things that I brought up when it comes to leadership. Not only benefiting you to be the best person that you can be, but a leader is also helping benefiting others. So, here's a skit of an example of someone not being a leader. And let's see how that plays out. Now, did you see that? She unfortunately embraced her A, but she kept it to herself. Does that represent a leader? I got an F, and I had to keep my F. And not only that, but the second time around, I also got an F. And that was sad. I ended up walking away. As you can see, she was not being a leader in that example. Being a leader is not about being the best. Being a leader is helping others with your gift. Each and every one of you has a gift. And be able to share that with others helps you become more successful as well as helping everyone else. And again, that helps make a change. Now, did you guys notice that? I was in the video and so was my friend. You saw that I got a failing grade, but my friend helped me. Instead of laughing at me and making fun of me, she was there actually encouraging me. And that helped so much because the next time I ended up getting an A. So, how important is that? Well, instead of her just keeping all the knowledge to herself and embracing her A, she decided to take the time to help me, and I got an A too. Let's move along to the next example. Now you guys may have noticed that I came to class and I was not prepared. Now I'm not saying that you should come to class not prepared and hope that someone's going to have an extra pencil for you. But what I am saying, it shows more about the actions of my friend. She gave me her favorite pencil. So out of all the pens and pencils that she had, she gave me her favorite one. That shows that she was not being selfish and holding on to everything by herself. Not only is that a good leader, but that's a great example for everyone to follow. Those things are materialistic. So to be so attached to one thing and to not help out someone else really does not only hurt others, but it hurts yourself. You don't want to be someone who just holds in everything and you don't help share for others. The world is about giving and also receiving, but being a leader really makes an important factor on that. Now, you also saw that when I didn't have a pencil, when she wasn't being a good leader, she kept them all to herself. Now, who did that benefit? It only benefited her. And again, I'm not saying come to class unprepared. You should always come to class prepared. But this just shows an example of someone who's able to take the chance and to help lend a pencil, not only that is her favorite one, but to also make sure that I'm feeling good about whatever I was going through. You don't know why I was late. I may have been late because something really bad happened in the morning and something happened. Or maybe I was late because I woke up late. But to make an assumption to say that someone is late because they were being irresponsible and not help them out only shows more about your character than it shows about theirs. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys really did learn about the fact of how fitness and leadership are extremely important in your lives. But there is one thing we didn't cover. How do those two things work together? Well, fitness is helping you become a better person on the inside. Leadership is helping taking all of that and embracing it to other people on the outside. To be a better leader, you do need to make sure that you are physically fit, because being fit is not only physical, but it's also emotional and spiritual. When you work out and when you eat healthy things, you feel so much better inside. You have better energy, you're able to help others, and not only that, but you're able to make an impact. And that's what we all want. We want you to make an impact in this world, a positive impact. And the only way to do that is to make sure that you take care of your body. You only get one body, and you only get really sometimes one chance to make sure that you take care of your body the right way. And when you're young, you're able to take that chance and make sure that you're okay for the long run. Sometimes you may eat something now, and then it may not have an effect on your body as much as it does right now. But when you get older, the thing called a metabolism, sometimes that does slow down. And when you eat certain foods, they hold on, and they hold on tight. And that's how we end up gaining weight and sometimes having serious health complications. So, being able to be physically fit on the inside and out helps you be able to become a better leader. Here are 2 lists of what is a leader and what is it about being physically fit. As you can see, there is a lot of parallel. Both of them have being confident, and as you can see, there's many more. Now, again, when you're becoming physically fit, you will become a better leader. But the only way you can do that is if you take the chance and you take control of your life. So I hope that today you did learn not only the importance of leadership and fitness, but how they work together. So tell your friends, tell your family, go out there and help others get educated. Let's go.